Hi, welcome to another video tutorial on Tkinter, and in this video tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to take input from the user in the form of text. And so we're going to create a little text box where the user can enter their name, and when they press a button it will display the name for them in the new message box. So first of all then, what I've got to do is define a label. And this will tell the user what to do when they are looking at the main part of our program. Okay, so that's our label done. If you're not sure about a label, I would advise you to go back and check my video tutorial on that. I'm going to move on to creating a text input now, which is the main focus of this tutorial. So what I say is text input, so just the name of my text input. Equals tkinter.entry, and that's what we call a text input, an entry, and just say window in the parameter there, and we don't need to give it any extra parameters. Then we'll just define an enter button, and that's what the user clicks when they enter the text they want. So to find my button in the normal way, I just say text equals submit. But here for my command, because I'm going to want to pass an object into the function that I'm calling, I'm going to use something that will look a bit alien to you if you haven't seen Python lambdas before. Now, if you haven't seen lambdas before, I'm going to do a more in-depth video on lambdas, but this is just a good situation in which I can use Python lambdas to make the code a bit simpler for me. I would advise you to watch the video that I'm going to be doing on Python lambdas, because that will make a bit more sense as to what that's actually doing. But for now, just don't worry about what that's doing. I'm going to define a function up here called enter, and that's where that enter comes in. And what that's going to do is get the value of the text in the text box at that point in time when the function's called, and then display it to the user in a message box. So first of all, we've got to get the text, and I'm going to define a variable name to store the text in. I'm going to say text input dot get. And that will get the text from our entry called text input, and that's why I need to pass that in when I'm in my command part of the button, because I need to pass in the text input object so I can get that text. Then I'm going to say tk message box show info, and I'm just going to display my message. So my message box is going to say hi as the title, and the message is going to be your name is, and then their name on at the end. Okay, so that should work, apart from the fact that we've forgotten to display the UI widgets in the window. So I'm going to be using the grid method to display my UI widgets. I quite like the grid method, but you can use any of the geometry managers that I've outlined in previous tutorials. Okay, so that's my final code. If I run that now and see what happens. Okay, so I get this input in my window that appears. Let's just make that a bit bigger so you can see what's going on. And I can enter some text in here. So I'm going to enter computing tutor. Then if I press this button here, it will display a message box saying, hi, your name is computing tutor. That's how you create a text input in Tkinter and give it a command so it does something with that data. As I say, I will go through Python lambdas in a separate tutorial, but that will have to be a separate tutorial because... Okay, thanks for watching this tutorial video. I hope you found it useful. I'll see you in the next one.